For every loved YouTuber release product, there is one that is equally hated, starting with YouTube's most family-friendly creators, Unspeakable. In July 2023, he partnered with FruitBlox to release FruitBlox and JuiceBlox. But the real hype wave started when he made videos about the product itself.
We just launched our very own juice brand called JuiceBlox. And while this is really cool, what's even cooler is I'm gonna be the first YouTuber to launch my product into space.
Not boring ads, not sponsorship reads, actual Unspeakable style chaos.
This RC car goes 65 miles per hour. We put a juice on top and we got a giant ramp at the end.
Nice.
Oh!
Then he followed it up with, I made the world's fastest juice.
I think this will hit 50 miles per hour. Probably.
On paper, this wasn't just a snack, it looked like a better snack. Kids loved it, parents loved it. His comment section is filled with loving comments. A product so good it's out of this world. Nathan came a long way. I'm so glad to watch him go into fame. And each box included exclusive collectible Unspeakable trading cards, turning snack time into a collect and trade event. But it didn't really explode until this video dropped.
FruitBlox has been selling so well that to keep up with the demand, I have to build my very own factory in my backyard.
He didn't just promote the product, he literally handed it out for free.
I got free FruitBlox if anyone wants any!
On the opposite end of the spectrum, we have YouTube's most controversial creator, MrBeast. On September 16th, 2024, he teamed up with Logan Paul and KSI to launch Lunchley, marketed as a healthier alternative to Lunchables.
Our pizza uses real cheese. Theirs, as it says on their box, is mozzarella pasteurized prepared cheese product. They can't even call it real cheese. Ooh. We're also 30 less calories, 3 less grams of fat, and 8 less grams of sugar.
But not everyone was convinced. What happened to YouTubers, man? How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. KSI on the following day actually goes on to respond to Dan directly on X showing of Dan TDM merchandise. Looks like crap to me. And then KSI tried to mock Dandium's original exposed.
I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money.
And then he said this.
Where was the same energy when Ryan Trahan released Sweets? Where was the same energy when FaZe Rog released Sweets? It's because people just hate us. I don't understand why all of a sudden it's a bad thing to have a business.
Logan too replied to Dan's tweet. I'll tell you what happened to YouTubers. We spent our lives creating content and building our brands. Now we want to build businesses. You're upset, then don't eat it. Then Logan responded to KSI.
You don't know anything about this product, and the people that think they know about it still don't know about it. I went to war with Community Notes the other day. X's regulatory body of truth, but they lie. The whole system is littered with lies because Community Notes is just it's exactly that. It's a community of contributors contributing what their point of view is, not the truth.
But Lunchley being an alleged cash grab wasn't the only thing wrong with it.
So these are supposed to be good for like another 2 months? This is molded. That's mold. This is not safe.
These incidents led to multiple FDA complaints with serious consequences. While Lunchley struggled, Ryan Trahan's candy line was growing by the day. On February 14th, 2024, Ryan Trahan would upload a video titled My Last Video. Fortunately for his fans, this was not Ryan leaving YouTube. Instead, the video was a promo for his new candy brand.
Hey guys, yeah, so this is me launching my new candy brand, Joyride. Y'all know I love candy, but all of the top brands are packed with horrible ingredients. They taste good, but a regular blue sour strip is basically built in a science lab. Our sour strips have 80% less sugar, and I think they taste even better.
Ryan's fans couldn't be happier, but just a day later, another YouTuber claimed Ryan may be lying to his audience.
I had a look at the Instagram, and clicking on the post, I saw some interesting comments. What about all the other candy you sold? Is that all gone now? I'm so confused. So I went on the Wayback Machine. Take a good look at how the Joyride website looks right now. This is how it looked only a week ago. Here's their best sellers section, Next here, we can see that Ryan's product is listed.
And while that was concerning enough, a post by Joyride's CEO only made things more complicated.
In his video, Ryan implied that he had started the company. What's actually happened though is he's been hired by an existing company.
Fans felt betrayed, but Ryan was quick to clear things up.
Joyride's a small Austin candy brand. I started seeing their products in stores like last year. Hey, I want to be a part of this. And so when we talked about partnering, it had to really be something I was all in on. So that's why we agreed to make a new candy together with better ingredients and all new marketing.
The partnership established Ryan as Joyride's co-founder, and the new candies tasted just as good as advertised, allowing Joyride to completely sell out the very day it launched at Target. Ryan's transparency stood in stark contrast to popular streamer Pokimane, who came under fire for trying to exploit her audience. On November 13th, 2023, Pokimane announced her own healthy snack company, Mina Snacks, along with its first product, Better For You chocolate cookies. Despite the $28 price tag, many fans were excited, but it didn't take long for people to notice something concerning. Pokimane's Midnight Mini cookies had almost the same ingredients as Tot's Midnight Mini cookies from Costco. She took the same cookies you can buy at Costco for $9.99 per bag and just added a small amount of vitamin D. The Costco bag has 14 servings, hers has 4, for $30 instead of $10. 2 days later, Pokimane tried to set the record straight.
So people found these really old images of a product that looks similar to ours and has the same name, Midnight Mini Cookie. We work with the same manufacturer, so we were aware of that product. It no longer exists, and it existed for one sample batch. So when we started working with this manufacturer, we taste tested a bunch of stuff of theirs, but when I tasted, well, it was an older version of these, I was like, these are the ones that I like the most. So we took that recipe and we refined it a lot.
But even this was met with backlash. Come on, it's the exact same ingredient list with mushroom powder added, LOL. And while Pokimane addressed the massive price markup, he's saying making a healthy and quality snack with real gluten-free ingredients and added vitamins is not a cheap practice. If I wanted a cash grab, it'd be silly to do that through a startup because they are extremely unlikely to profit in the first few years. She failed to understand how her cookies were far from affordable for many fans.
Like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so.
Her behavior invited criticism from other creators, including Penguin's Zero.
To directly shame the consumer that you want to buy into your product is a galaxy brain tactic. A strategy that I'm not sure the success rate of. And for her to go on stream and boil it down to people being idiots who can't do math or a broke boy is just, it's so mean and just bad. Like, not only just from like a personality perspective to say some shit like that and shame people that support you, but it's also just bad from a business perspective.
And Pokimane seemed to realize that too, apologizing just 5 days later.
What I said was 100% intended as a joke. I see why it came off as insensitive, and I apologize for that. But the apology wasn't accepted. All good apologies start with an excuse of, well guys, it was a joke. Where Pokimane alienated her audience with overpriced cookies, TommyInnit took a different approach entirely. But where Marquez blundered before reconnecting with his audience, TommyInnit had the perfect product idea from the start. On October 8th, 2024, Tommy uploaded a video titled Something Important.
The other day I stared out to the sunset, and I asked myself, what is the YouTube creator economy missing? You know, because we have chocolate, we have drinks, we have little YouTubers, baby photos on USB sticks, but where do we go from here?
Inspired by MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul, Tommy came up with an answer.
Well, luckily for you, I hold the future right in my pocket. Vapely.
While all this was just a joke, 16 days later, Tommy uploaded something actually important.
Hello everyone! Today I have some news. It's a hard, angry, and cold world out there, with people trying to sell you vapes, crypto, and worse. Someone needs to guide you through it, and you'll be happy to hear that that someone, it's me. I have spent the past 9 months writing and working on my new book, TommyInnit's Guide to Survival. I am immensely proud of this book and have poured love, soul, and great amounts of time into making this as good as I can for you. Here are some short extracts from the book, so you know I'm not lying. How to survive Godzilla. Negotiating with Godzilla is like trying to negotiate with your Republican dad. Neither of them will care about your pronouns.
In true TommyInnit style, the comment section was full of jokes. Can't wait. Now I just have to learn how to read. How to fight off an ostrich better be in there. Spent the last 9 months. TommyInnit had a baby, but there was also heartfelt appreciation. All jokes aside, this is an actual quality YouTuber product. YouTuber merch is supposed to be connected to the YouTuber. This is a personalized comedy book in TommyInnit style. It's perfect. While TommyInnit nailed his product launch from the start, Marques Brownlee would face his own challenges before finding success. On September 24th, 2024, Marques released his wallpaper app, Panels.
You guys have always been asking me where I get my wallpapers, so now we've put them all in one place. It's called Panels. We have a bunch of awesome artists over there that we are splitting profits with 50-50, and there's already a ton of great collections of art and much more incoming.
But there was one big problem. The $50 per year subscription. I wonder how insanely out of touch you have to be to think a $50 wallpaper app is a good idea. The free version wasn't great either. Installed it, half the content was premium. The free ones were SD only, HD locked, 2 30-second ads to download, uninstalled. It also went against everything Marques stood for, golden rule of the internet, never charge for something that was already free. Then one user noticed, the Panels Twitter account has been around since 2021. I think people are more disappointed with the fact that you brought IP developed in 2021, slapped a logo on it, and shipped with a price tag. But Marques took the criticism well. 2 weeks later, he released a video addressing everything.
So I want to make super clear, this should be a free app. This should be a great free app experience for the vast majority of people who use it. So 3 steps that we're taking here. First priority is we want to make sure the free experience of the app is great. I'm getting rid of those third-party in-feed ads. And then all non-collections wallpapers are available for free in 1080p, no ads.
He also clarified data tracking concerns.
A lot of people have been rightfully concerned with the one cheater that the App Store shows, which at launch showed this huge list of like things the app might track, which included things like location and tracking across apps. For clarity, this was not actually the set of permissions that the app would ask for. It's actually a list of things that you as a developer provide to the App Store for things that the app may at some point ask. We just checked way too many boxes.
And finally, on the rumors.
The Panels Twitter account appears to be from 2021. That's literally because we repurposed an old and inactive Twitter account. So yeah, we may forever be cursed by a 1-star rating, and I know that the comments and memes will probably never actually end, but at least hopefully we can, with enough transparency, earn your respect and your trust back.
His honesty set him on a path to redemption. Marques showed that listening to feedback could turn things around, a lesson Emma Chamberlain had already mastered. On December 23rd, 2019, Emma posted a video detailing her coffee recipe.
I'm gonna take 3 of these coffee bean bags. If you're like, Emma, where am I supposed to find steeped coffee bags? I think I have your back. These are mine, and I'm super excited to be selling them.
Her fans loved it, but the true test came 4 years later, when she launched her canned coffees.
There's something wrong with that. I don't know what that is. That's the cold brew latte. Hopefully the mocha's better. That was like, I don't know what it was.
Wait, that's kind of not giving the color of a latte though. And this chunky is scaring me a little bit.
Luckily, Emma didn't take it personally.
A few months ago, Chamberlain Coffee released canned lattes. A lot of people had some things to say about them, but don't worry. Chamberlain Coffee listened. We took note, and we have something new. Chamberlain Coffee canned lattes with oat milk and a sweeter recipe. They're delicious.
This time, everyone agreed.
Oh my gosh. That's like almost exactly as I pictured it. This is fire.
Emma's willingness to adapt proved crucial to her success, a strategy Logan Paul's prime could have used. On January 4th, 2022, Logan and KSI would announce Prime.
And we're coming together, yes, to announce possibly the biggest thing, the biggest business we'll ever build.
Fans were initially excited, but it soon became obvious the drink was not all it was hyped up to be.
Ooh, smells a bit high. Like swallowing perfume. What is that?
Worse, just a year after its launch, Prime Energy Drink's high caffeine content sent a child to the hospital, prompting Canadian authorities to ban it.
It's an industry standard amount of caffeine. It has 200 milligrams of caffeine, and that's nothing revolutionary or out of the ordinary.
But that wasn't the only issue. On August 2nd, 2023, Prime Hydration was sued for allegedly containing 3 times the lifetime limit of harmful PFAS chemicals, and 3 months later received a notice of violation for containing lead. While Prime was the fastest growing energy drink at the time of its launch, its sales have since dropped to half of what they used to be in 2023.